Hello, everyone. Welcome to Moon Mage. Today's tarot card reading is connected to the Spring Equinox. Now, I do recognize that if you're in the southern hemisphere, you're moving towards the autumnal equinox. I think these energies in this video is still very valid because we're going to be looking at what needs to go, what needs to be left behind. So fall away. So it still applies to those of you in the southern hemisphere. Now, having said that, this is essentially your spring awakening spread. We're going to use each card and get really specific with what those cards are speaking to and what energies they're connecting to. For example, we're going to look at the first card, which is going to be the energy that is leaving winter behind. The next card will be what's beginning to grow in your life, followed by new opportunities, what you need to nurture right now, advice from spirit and your higher self, along with some signs, synchronicities, and a final message. So we're going to get really specific with these cards. So I always tell everybody to give themselves a second, look at the intro, look at the thumbnail, without overthinking it, allowing your intuition to guide you to which image, which tarot card there from 1 through 4 is speaking to you, and then those will be your messages. So I will give you a second now to go ahead and do that, and then we're going to get started here with message number 1. Oh, and I should say that I also have a Spring Equinox meditation. It's not very long. I think it's just under 8 minutes to go along with this to really hook in the best possible way to these new energies that want to show up for us. All right. So give yourself a second, look at the intro, look at those images, see which one is speaking to you, and I will get started here with message number 1. Hello, message 1. So you guys were attracted to that first tarot card image with the bunny on it. Now, we're going to speak a little bit about what that could be meaning for you guys. Rabbits are connected to fertility, so all kinds of growth, inspired ideas, creation stirring within you, really connecting into intuition, ideas, divine inspiration too. So all these kinds of energies are likely showing up for you now, or want to. This would be your heads up that kind of energy is surrounding you right now, one of growth, one of fertility, where things can be created, and it's going to start in the dream world, in the mind. Rabbits really connect to that. But also, as a little aside note, fear. Rabbits are prey to almost everything. And so there can be fear about what if, fear around starting something, trusting an inspiration or an idea. So these could be energies that are also prevalent along with the messages that come through for you, just as an aside. And, I will say quite literally, rabbits and fertility, it could be that some of you are just simply getting a heads up that you're coming into a season where if you've been wanting to have a child or expand your family in some kind of way, that could happen in this time frame. I do think it leans more into the more metaphorical energies, but we shall see what shows up for you guys. All right. Message 1s. What are my beautiful message 1s? Need to know and understand about the Spring Equinox. Okay, fog and veiled. So this is something that's leaving this winter energy, no longer feeling muddled, unclear, or like you're chasing your tail, spinning your wheels, or just directionless. That feeling of aimlessness, that is wanting to leave. That is going away with the winter time. Okay, volcano and volatility, something that's beginning to grow in your life. Now, I know how that sounds when it says volatility. So I feel like this is more suggesting that inspiration, right? Fertility, growth, something that could come forward. It could almost seem crazy, out of nowhere, out of left field. Is that kind of inspiration that comes in so swift that it can almost knock you over if you're not grounded and you're not ready for it. But I feel like this is more of a heads up for you guys to be mindful of this, to trust what comes through, even if it seems out of left field, a little bit nuts, or maybe it would even mean that you'd have to turn your life upside down in some kind of way. But seeing the truth and no longer feeling bogged down or unclear, and inspiration coming through really fast, really quickly, again, which could be a little bit destabilizing. So a bit of a heads up on that for you guys. Ancestors and generations. So something with new opportunities, new beginnings start within, almost like within your DNA. Something gets unlocked within you. And that could be that energy too of the volcano, where it's so sudden and so inspired that it doesn't seem real, or like you could practically do anything with it because, again, that left field energy. But there's something within your DNA, something that you hold, a gift, a talent, something that you're entirely capable of. Again, that I feel like you're either not aware of, or it's been such a small glimmer up to date that you can't even begin to wrap your brain around it. But something's going on here with this, something in your DNA getting unlocked, a gift, a talent, a healing, also a massive healing, I think, could be taking place for a lot of you. Almost like you've been somebody who's carried a karmic wound through your bloodlines, and you're the one that's also going to eradicate that wound and be able to move forward. As a little aside note too, this could be speaking to some sort of volatility, harder aspect energy connected to family and bloodlines, and you make decisions to say, this is the direction I'm going. I'm walking away from these people, this situation. I see the truth of it now, and I'm ready to move forward, which is absolutely going to spring you forward into something much better. But again, we'll see what else comes out with that. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, ooh, you're really moving on and moving up here, message one. If you've been having difficulty, if you've been struggling with family and people and situations, and again, some sort of pattern or cycle that you can see within your community, your family, groups of like-minded people, I think you're the one who is going to be somehow unlocking this. Something within you gets unlocked, opened. You see clear, you see true, and it's going to restore harmony in your life. Right? Because this is the card that's representing what you need to nurture right now. So allowing yourself to bring more balance, harmony, connection into your life. And I think spiritual connection too is really going to help break apart this energy that has been harder, where you're like, I just don't know what to do. I can't see the truth of this situation. I feel so unclear, so foggy. That's breaking free this spring. You are no longer going to be feeling this way. But this is suggesting you meet that sense of balance and harmony halfway. Whether this looks like listening to music, doing meditations or sound baths, anything to bring you into equilibrium, going to be an excellent idea moving forward this spring. Because this is what needs to be nurtured by you right now. Because it's going to bring in that optimal energy, that higher connection that I really feel strongly for you guys. On the bottom, love and compassion. So another thing, another little aside note here, if there's been difficulty in partnership, connection, feeling love, feeling connected with your people, your tribe, your community, your family, this is changing, this is shifting out. I feel like this is a big part of what this energy is actually all about. Some sort of healing taking place through bloodlines. And again, not to put you in a pressure cooker of any kind here, message one, but I really feel like you're the wise one here. You're the one that holds the key to this, to unlocking this and seeing how to either bring in a healthy ending and move away, or bring in that sense of harmony and balance for not just yourself, but others. Also, this could be love coming in for a lot of you too, where there's compassion and companionship after it's been difficult because we've healed something out, and it moves towards you now in this spring energy. I almost feel like it's that, because this is what is beginning to grow in your life, that sense of volatility, that sense of something spewing forward. I feel like, again, I just want to reiterate how much I feel like it's going to be important for my message one choosers to be prepared for fast moving and incoming knowledge, wisdom, answers that could feel volatile or maybe hard or crunchy at first, but it feels like it ultimately is the thing that needs to be seen, known, and understood to get you back here. And it's going to bring in this energy of that love and compassion. I think companionship too. This almost feels like a massive opportunity for healing across generations, across bloodlines. And again, it starts with you guys in some way. Almost like you're the leader of this. You lead the charge here. That's a tall order. So I do think breaking this down into small baby steps, making sure you're taking really good care of yourself, that you are finding ways to balance for yourself, because I think you're going to be asked to step up in some way. Geez, can't talk. In a leadership role. People are going to look to you. Bringing that sense of love and compassion to the situation, assertiveness, truth-telling, wisdom, that wise sage energy rather than aggression. Best idea here, right? Because we do still have that volatility there. Trust your intuition. Yeah. you're really going to receive answers, clarity, truth, right? No longer feeling like you don't know what to do. You don't have the answers. And that stuckness really going to leave. And I feel like it's going to be quite quick for you guys, but you need to trust what comes through. Trust your intuition. And I think too, whether it comes up here or not, your ability to take charge of a situation. You are never alone. Yep. No. And you know, this makes me feel like call in your spirit team, your guides. You don't need to know them by name. You don't even need to necessarily feel or sense them around you. Just simply say, I'm calling to you now for help, healing, clarity, truth. I'm ready to see it. I believe in myself. I know that you believe in me even when I don't. Please surround me with your love, your compassion, your energy, your wisdom, your guidance, these kinds of things, along with making sure that you take time to bring yourself into equilibrium and balance, because you really aren't alone, even if it feels like it right now. I feel like this is going to really change as well, right? Because we've got those two hands, love and compassion. Not only do I think that's an underbelly message to make sure you're bringing that to the situation, but I also think it's what wants to come towards you. Because you deserve it. It's like, it feels like it's about time being seen in some sort of way. That feeling of renewal, massively being restored, especially by way of love and connection. And it doesn't have to be romantic, though it could be for some of you. Okay, let's pull. Oh, look, on the bottom, before I was going to put this down, but I flipped it. Inspire others. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think it starts with you. You're somebody who is going to inspire others. Something unlocks in your DNA, something from your heart bursts forward. It's so quick, so swift. You want to be stable and grounded when it happens, but you're meant to be doing something with this. And more of how this is going to be and how you need to show up is going to be coming for you this spring, and just keep moving forward with it. Inspire others. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. I think that you're somebody who, just in your general auric field, carries a lot of healing energy. I think there's something within you too that, even if that's not the case right now, but people, when they move towards you, they feel more comforted. They feel calmer and at peace, and they don't quite know why, but they do. So if that's not something you've been experiencing, I think you're going to be. Self-confidence. Strong self-belief and a sense of worth. Yes. This is all coming your way. This is what's being restored for you this spring. I feel like there's a need for me to tell you to say yes to it, to trust it, to believe in yourself. As that card said on the bottom, which I should probably just pull out. I'm going to here. Inspire others. You are meant to be inspiring others. You've got the answers. You hold it within your DNA. I think you're a karmic cycle breaker, and your ability to do just that is going to be showing up for you this spring. Almost like a spiritual awakening, but on steroids for you guys. That's what it's feeling like. And again, this is not to scare you. It's to prepare you. Okay, that card flew right over. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take that. Uriel, the light of God, manifests his presence through inspiration and heightened intuition. Trust your intuition. He can be felt in the solar plexus chakra and seen in sparks of electric power, amber gemstones, the colors red and gold, lotus blossoms, and the sun. Okay, a few things here. We've got self-confidence, that's solar plexus energy. We've got gemstones that could be utilized by you guys at this time to help up-level your energy and your intuition, and calling an archangel Uriel, especially when you feel alone or confused, because he's known as a psychologist angel, right? When we can't get our mind straight or our thoughts straight, he's the one to call in to help with this kind of energy, that confusion and discombobulation, essentially. So he's around you right now. Call him in for his support, his guidance, and his help. Actually, let's just do that. That makes more sense, doesn't it? All right. And we are going to just cap this off with one final message here from Spirit. You guys are having a massive shedding of an old way, an old skin, an old idea about yourself, but you have to meet it halfway. We have to get ready for this. We have to up-level our confidence and find our way to balance and harmony again, and really start trusting yourself and your intuition. Something about you is breaking a karmic cycle for your family, yourself, where you're the one leading it, and it's going to usher in love and compassion and connection. And again, I think you're going to have people flocking to you in some kind of way because they're going to feel at peace around you. Oh my gosh. Okay. Dreams. This is a wondrous time of healing and positive transformation. Embrace life each moment and keep focused on your dreams. Retain the purity of your vision, and you will draw success to you. All you ever wished for, even that which seemed a distant dream, is about to manifest. Boom and mic drop. That's couldn't have summed it up better, is what I'm trying to say. This is why I love these cards so much. I feel like they really drive home the point of most messages most of the time. This is what's happening for you. Massive healing. Your dreams and wishes want to come true. No longer feeling lost or stuck in the dark, alone, feeling like you don't know how to navigate your life forward and your situation forward. The answers are coming to you, and you are being asked to embody them. Trust yourself, your intuition, and lean into confidence as much as you can. Fake it till you make it kind of energy here. I love that for you guys. You might even want to take a snapshot of that and read it back to yourself. Such a beautiful final message for you guys. I get such a loving, compassionate, idealistic, empathic energy from you. I think your psychic senses are going to massively open up too in this next cycle for you guys. But we have to make space for that, right? We have to allow that balance and harmony to be restored and be trusting what comes through. Call in Archangel Uriel, guys. I really feel like you will benefit so much from doing just that and trusting it and using the colors red, gold, lotus blossoms, gemstones of amber and such. And also pay attention to when your electricity is going funny, because this might be Archangel Uriel and your spirit team letting you know, hey, we're around, we're here, call us in. All right, I'm going to leave that there. I hope all of you have the most amazing, beautiful day and a fantastic spring equinox. Take care, guys. Hello, message 2. So you guys were attracted to that second image of the seedling, which was sprouting. So a couple of things by way of symbolism that could have caused you to be attracted to that image is that you may have recently come to some sort of understanding, intuitive nudge, inspiration, taken the first step towards a new beginning, towards a new person. Something new has begun. It's like you've planted that seed. And so now it's time to nurture and water said seed, because that little seedling was already growing. So it's suggesting there's something worthwhile, something positive and prosperous in an idea or something that you've recently started. So we want to keep cultivating, keep putting energy and time and action behind this thing. Or for some of you, I will say as a little side note, it could be that this energy is going to be showing up for you and you are meant to trust it, go with it, nurture this thought, this inspiration, this person, this situation, whatever it happens to be, because it will grow. So patience comes to mind as well. But we're going to look and see what the cards have to say. I just like to touch on the imagery that you were connected to, because sometimes it has a lot of meaning in it, even if it doesn't show up in the messaging. All right. What do my beautiful message 2s need to know about the spring equinox energy? What energy is leaving winter behind for my beautiful message 2s? Okay. Excuse me. Ooh, okay. Cave and sanctuary. So we're no longer going to be more in hermit mode. We're going to be called to and have energy coming around us that's suggesting us move out of the cave, move out of sanctuary, move out of hermit mode, and embrace that sun energy that's coming, the light that's coming in. So there's something here about allowing yourself to be seen more, stepping out of your comfort zone and dipping your toe into the pool of discomfort, right? Watering that seedling and watching it grow. And we can't do that if we're sitting on the sidelines or hanging out in the shadows. I feel like that's what this is speaking to. Okay, so what is the next thing that's beginning to grow in your life? Stillness. Interesting. Because we have sanctuary and stillness, right? And this is coming to an end. But now we're speaking to what's going to grow within you. So that sense of peace comes to me for you guys, feeling like you're not trapped in a cycle of overthinking, anxiousness, or worry. There's a stillness and a peace being restored within you, within your body. It's sort of like this feeling of embodying my body as my temple, and I'm very at peace within it, where I don't know that that's been the case for a lot of you through these winter months. Where so not feeling restless, like you don't know what to do. I think this is what's coming to an end for you. And the energy of peace and stillness within you is going to grow exponentially for you guys this spring. Yeah. Dream time and creation. Yeah. Right. So this is where new opportunities are going to appear with what you want to create. And we see that with that little seedling that you were attracted to. You're being asked to grow your ideas, to nurture them, to water them, to trust in them, to come out of the cave of quiet and sanctuary, because I think you guys have been doing some sort of internal work, and it's going to pay off for you. That peace is going to be restored within you. But what dreams were you dreaming up in this time, in that time, that you are pulled towards, that they won't leave you alone? There's something to be connected to by way of those thoughts, ideas, and inspirations. You are meant to create something beautiful within them. I would also say, just as a little side note here, pay attention to your dreams, because I keep thinking about being visited by spirit in your dream time. So I think they're coming in with some wisdom, knowledge, and answers for you. But yes, lean in as much as you possibly can. Write down every idea, every inspired thought, the niggles that won't go away because they're trying to tell you something. You're meant to be doing and creating something in the spring energy that is worth it, that will grow, that will prosper. Wow. Okay. Synergy, Green Man. Yeah. So this is the card of what you should nurture right now, which is your creative ideas and thoughts, because there's a synchronistic energy around it. Lots of positive connection, creativity. It sort of feels like the wheel of fortune turning in your favor now, where it's all supportive of your ideas and your thoughts. And we need to be pushed out of that, kind of quietude to start acting on them, because there's synchronistic energy around it. I feel like I think synchronicities in general are going to be showing up for you more and more and more. I think for you guys, it's going to be really a good idea for you to keep a journal of any inspired ideas, imagery, sounds, every little thing that comes to you that feels like that didn't come from me, or where did that show up from? How did that thought even cross my mind when I was thinking about dinner and all of a sudden I hear tulips? Like, this is just an example. I feel like you're going to experience this. Synchronicities and energy coming together in the most divine and like it's alchemy. It's like alchemy coming in. You're going to be the alchemist. I know I'm all over the place, but it feels like there's alchemy happening. Those synchronicities and energies matching up together in a divine way. It feels destined. This is what I think I've been trying to get to. Destined, fortuitous, positive energy is going to be surrounding you this spring. There's going to be a calm and stillness restored within you that you're meant to lean into and create from that space, right? Divine inspiration, alchemy, all surrounding you at this time. But we need to come out of that cave of sanctuary and hermit mode and allow ourselves to be seen a little bit more and take those steps towards this thing that's meant to grow in your life. I just think that you're going to be so supported with this, with these ideas, with these energies. Momentum, ebb and flow. Okay, so on the bottom there is an underbelly energy, knowing when to ebb and flow, when to draw back, and when to move forward. And I feel for you guys, the stillness that you've cultivated, the sanctuary that you've done, healing work. I feel like a lot of you guys have done some really good healing on yourselves. That was the ebbing back, but I think now we're being asked to embrace the flow forward, right? Because you've got synergy surrounding you at this time, which is so positive. Such a good energy to be showing up for you guys, especially when we're going to be cultivating something new. I definitely get a strong, intelligent energy for you guys, which is interesting, right? Because we've got creativity here. So there's creativity in all the things that we do, especially when we're utilizing our intelligence in a creative way. There's something about that kind of energy I really feel strongly for you guys, being very intelligent and using said intelligence in the most creative way. Like, you can do this. Okay. Yeah, possess self-confidence. And what did I just say? You can do this, but we want to kind of hold ourselves back a little bit here. And this is advice from Spirit card. Possess self-confidence. What can you do to start cultivating confidence within yourself? Well, I think a part of the equation rather is finding stillness within you, finding a way to quell the narrative, the thoughts, the racing thoughts, the worries and the anxieties about what you're called to do and what you're going to be called to do even further. Because if it's new, it is going to evoke fear because we can't predict exactly how it's all going to turn out. But because it's showing up for you here and you chose this message, it feels like it's going to turn out really well as long as you trust in yourself and believe in what you can do. And again, I keep coming back to a very strong and intelligent person who can take that intelligence and make something beautiful, something very creative with it, which honestly, I think a lot of humans are either on one or the other side of the spectrum where they're very intellectual and practical minded, almost like that mathematical mind, but they can't marry it up with creativity. I don't think that that's you. I think you're quite the opposite. You have both that you're capable of bringing together. Okay, so follow the golden rule. What does that look like for you? What are your golden rules? What are your ethics, your values, your morals? Maybe you're somebody who even says to yourself, right, with that intelligence that I feel for so many of you, what would be the golden rule if I did it like this? What would be the one thing I would have to follow in order to see liftoff here or make this thing happen? And this is from your higher self card. This card is representing your higher self, what your higher self wants you to know. And I think the golden rule for all of us is different. I know there's a generalization of that, and I definitely think it's different for you guys. So I'm not going to tell you exactly how I think that should look or feel for you, but I will say ethical, moral things come to my mind when I think of the golden rule. Be real, be honest, be authentic, lead with love and integrity, those kinds of things. For whatever reason, I don't think that would ever be a problem for my message to choosers. So what is it? What is your golden rule that your higher self wants you to know that makes sense for you? All right. I think for some of you, you might be wanting to embark on an entrepreneurial thing. I get a strong entrepreneurial sense for some of you. And remember, you've got synchronistic, supportive, and positive energy coming your way. It's sort of like don't allow those optimal and positive energies that could be surrounding you very soon to pass you by for fear of that. The elements. The elements of fire, air, earth, and water combine to create powerful protective boundaries, spiritual, mental, and physical and emotional, coming into beautiful balance. This is actually a really good card to see for you guys, because that kind of makes sense to me for you guys as a whole, because we've got air energy here in the sanctuary. We've got water, earth, creative inspiration, that earthy energy, groundedness. All of this, I think you have within you, and you're able to pick on and pull at any one of those energies at any given time. But I think there's this opportunity to bring them all into harmony and equilibrium for you guys at this time. And once you do, this feeling of being unstoppable and really being able to see things lift off and grow shows up for you. So working with the elements at this time, really good idea for you guys. Whether that's through meditations connected to air, fire, air, fire, water, or earth is a really good idea for you guys at this time. Or quite practically working with these elements too. Yeah. This creates powerful and protective boundaries around you as well. Yeah. Feeling supported in all ways, in all areas. As maybe there is a little bit of a side message there for some of you that you do need to put boundaries in place so that you can go into this dreamtime creation mode and really start acting on these things and these ideas. They're worth it. I keep coming back to that too. They feel very worth it, like a very good idea that you should be trusting. Something precious to you was lost but has suddenly now reappeared. Receive this gift as a clear sign that the angels want you to be happy. So some sort of offering, an opportunity, right? That synchronistic energy, synergy, something's showing up for you. And as it says, something that was lost but suddenly now reappears. I feel like this is a dream, an idea, an inspiration, that aha moment where you're like, oh my gosh, it's this. This is what I need to do. This is what I need to move towards, cultivate, trust, do something with. It comes back to you. And now is the perfect time to say yes to it because you've got synergy around you supporting you in doing just that. This could also, for some reason, I actually think for some of you, this could be a real physical thing that shows up and it fills your heart with love and joy and just peace in some way, almost like a talisman, like a good luck charm or something. And but more metaphorically, it's like that piece of yourself that's felt like it's been missing, that hasn't known what to do, or has lost a sense of trust, or felt like all my trials have been outside the lines and nothing's happening. This is all shifting out. Spring is ushering in a lot of supportive, positive, synchronistic energy for you guys. Okay, guilt. You do not need another's approval to feel worthy of love, regardless of what you've done or what you think you failed to do. From your soul's perspective, there's neither right nor wrong. Every experience in life is here to help you expand your awareness of love so that you may embrace ever greater spheres of wisdom. You've done nothing wrong. Message 2, I want to give you guys a hug. I think you're holding yourself accountable and responsible for things that mistakes that you made in the past. But I also think for some of you that just weren't really your fault to begin with, but you've made them your fault somehow. Possessing self-confidence, something lost being restored, that feeling of belief in yourself, trust in yourself, releasing guilt, feeling more whole again, like you don't have to carry this burden anymore. Starts with this energy. So I would absolutely recommend that you give yourself some time, message 2, to release this energy. I think you guys have been working on yourselves, but allow it to fully leave. As it says, you've done nothing wrong. Don't hold yourself to an old way, an old idea, or past mistakes. You've learned from them. I really feel that. Even if they big or small, I feel like you've really learned lessons, and take that wisdom and move with it. Again, you're that really intelligent, capable soul that I'm feeling in this reading. Know that and believe that about yourself. Possess self-confidence. You deserve this new cycle of growth and prosperity coming your way, where you feel very connected to passion and dreams and new starts. Say yes to it. Believe that you do. I could go on and on, but I won't. I'm going to leave that there. I hope all of you have the most amazing, beautiful day and a fantastic spring equinox. Take care, guys. Hello, message 3. So you guys were attracted to the third image there of the flowers. So this suggests to me, just by symbolism, that there could be something that's about to be full bloom, something that's completed. It's been fully realized or actualized. And it could be that there's a new doorway that's about to open for you, or that's something that you've put time, effort, energy into, whether this is a work thing, a creative project, or a person, like a connection of some sort. It's about to fully bloom and be fully actualized and realized. But we will see what else shows up in the cards. I just like to touch on the symbolism of the image that you were attracted to. It also could be, a little bit of a motivation to not give on something because you're so close to a realization, actualization, a full bloom of something. Full growth, prosperity. All right. Sanctuary. So yes, coming out of the cave is something that's about to show up for you, right? This is what's coming to an end. So that energy of quiet, contemplative, really sorting ourselves out, this is passing, right? That's going to be going with the winter, where things really start moving and getting stirred up for you now as we move into spring. Nice. So this is what's beginning to grow in your life. Magic, earth magic, that energy of those flowers coming into full bloom, new opportunities. I definitely think opportunities of some sort for a lot of you, new beginnings that feel magical and almost like the universe must have lined this up for me, like you manifested it. But yeah, no longer being in more quiet, stagnant, stalled kind of energy, not in that reflective mode. We're moving out of that and we're going into that earthy, magic, beautiful new beginnings kind of energy. And I keep feeling opportunities keep swirling around my mind. Ooh, new moon promise. Okay, so this is where new opportunities might be appearing. That's what this card represents. A new promise, new moon promise. Love. I think some of you might be having some love show up for you, or there's something in a relationship that's going to take its next step, where maybe there's an engagement, the family expands in some way, but there's expansion here in love, either new love or existing love, where it's going to be leveled up in some kind of way, some sort of promise with this energy. So if there's any of you out there have been feeling like, where's my person? Am I ever going to find that person? I feel like spring's bringing that energy toward you, this person towards you. But for others, it's just going to be the opportunity to make this kind of connection. And there's hope and there's magic connected to this. And for others, we're up leveling commitments. We're taking them to the next stage. Like I said, it could be moving in, engagement, things of that nature. There's not that stillness or stagnancy anymore. We're just leveling up. Wow. And there's passion here too. What you should nurture right now, your passion, your heart, your want, your desires, putting yourself out there, going after what you want, keeping your heart space open as much as you can, allowing vulnerability and all the kinds of things is only going to draw this earth magic energy towards you quicker. And bring in this beautiful new promise. This could even be a little bit of a heads up that for some of you, it might happen underneath a new moon type of energy. It doesn't have to be on the day. New moons are felt days before and for weeks after. So keep that in mind too. That could be a really significant time for a lot of you that were attracted to this message. But yes, this is what you need to nurture right now. That's what this card represents. Your passion, your heart, your wants, and your desires. And I would say that this is definitely going to be true for those of you who are like, yes, I'm ready for new love. I'm ready for a partner. You have to put yourself out there in order to do that and show up in your authenticity, authenticity, and with your heart open, right? To really invite that in, because when our energy is open like that, we draw in the right people and situations, like a moth to a flame kind of thing. It's like as if by magic they appear. I also just think, though, for some of you in existing connections and relationships, there's going to be a lot more passion coming in, a lot more inspired steps coming in. Like I said, this could be like moving in or engagement, things of that nature, where there has been a lot of things happening for a lot of you in these kinds of areas of life. This is definitely changing. Okay, and then on the bottom, we've got ancestors and generations. So if you've been stuck in some sort of karmic cycle, something within you think has maybe been holding you back or in need of healing, and you can see, hey, this is in my bloodlines. This is a belief system, an idea that I've carried on, right? Because it was passed on to me from my ancestors. This is breaking apart. You've seen the truth around this, right? You can move forward now a lot lighter, a lot freer. But for others, this could also be, as a little aside note here, that something within your DNA unlocking passion, energy, trust, faith, hope, right? That you haven't been able to unlock before. And I think you will know which side of the coin you fall on. A massive healing has been taking place and is going to continue to take place and is bringing in magic, new moon energy of promise, hope, passion, clarity. This one feels very light and very good. Yeah, like there's not, I'm trying to see if I can connect to any, like, however, be mindful of, but I'm not feeling that right now. We shall see what else comes out here though. Connections too, right? I was just being reminded that daisies are the image that you picked. And daisies are like the most friendly flower, and they withstand a lot. they're easier to take care of and grow. And again, I keep coming back to friendly and friendship. So this could be also like friend groups, soul tribe being ushered in for some of you as well. People who you shared a past life with that you feel an instant connection with, or person if this is romantic. And did they just make sense to you? These kinds of energies could be coming your way. Worry is a wasted emotion. This is a message from your spirit guides, from the angels. Worry is a wasted emotion. So if you've been spending a lot of time in worry and what if and fear, this is your heads up to look at that, energy. How can I break free from this pattern? How can I adjust my sails to tell me a different story where I'm leaning into hope, faith, optimism, trust, passion, belief that this new promise, this promise of things getting better for me and more aligned and more connective is coming, right? It's sort of like, I always say this in my videos with when this kind of energy shows up, is it's sort of like when your ego's trying to keep you safe. So they tell you to be fearful of all these new things. It's sort of like telling your ego, thanks for sharing, but I'm going to choose joy. I'm going to choose trust. I'm going to choose faith, belief, and that all this is happening for me because my life is getting better and better and leaning into more positive energies. Yeah, it's like giving your ego a talking to. You're never alone. Yeah. New friendships, new romantic partnerships, and an up-leveling commitment where things might have been even difficult or sticky for some of you in partnership. This is shifting out and you are not going to feel so alone. But I also think because this is from your higher self, there's a little bit of a side message here to say, look around. Even if you can't see it yet, there are some people in and around you that are going to be supportive. They're going to be worth connecting to and allowing yourself to be vulnerable with. Ancestral type people from past lives. But I also think they want you to know and understand that when you're feeling these energies lost, alone, like you're a little bit fearful of coming out of this sanctuary energy, call them in, call on them for their support, for their faith, for their belief when you can't find it within yourself. Because you really aren't alone. I feel actually like you guys are surrounded by a very large spirit team. It's not just like a spirit guide and a passed on love. And I feel like you've got quite a big spirit team around you, especially right now, right? Ushering in that magical energy, new beginnings, passion, hope. Ooh, I'm gonna have to pick that up. Sorry about that, guys. I always have one video where a card flies out on the floor and it says, time to shine. Creates the energy, or sorry, let me reread that. Creates the energetic resonance for golden opportunities. Yep. And there's definitely golden opportunities by way of love and connection here and commitment, up-leveling. I will say though, as a little aside, this could also be that you meet the people that connect you to something that becomes quite prosperous and abundant for you. I don't know. I think that might be a thing for some of you. Either way, it's time to shine. Time to come out of that cave. Be willing to be seen. You are not alone. And by taking your step out, taking a step out of that comfort zone, I think you're going to be opening yourself up to so much positive connection and opportunity. Yeah, it's time to shine. Time to be seen. I think something about these connections or soul tribe people or person also connects you to something even bigger than that. I don't know what it is, but something like that something that you're going to be passionate about that gets created. And because I think of prosperity and abundance, something fiscal could be connected to this as well for some of you. I just hit my microphone there. All right. Let's look and see signs and synchronicities to watch for my beautiful message threes. Something precious to you is lost, but has suddenly now reappeared. Receive this gift as a clear sign that the angels want you to be happy. There's an energetic resonance for golden opportunities. So maybe you felt like you missed out on an opportunity, or you feel like you messed something up because you said no, or you were fearful, Or it could be a lot of different things. Something might be coming back around for you guys. It could even be a person for some of you, right? Because there's definitely a lot of love and connection here. Yeah. So be ready for this. And it could be quite literally that something that you couldn't find is going to be found under this equinox energy. And it just fills your soul with love and lightness of being. I do think it's more the metaphor though. And on the bottom, it says, you may not have known what your spirit animal is, but he knows who you are and what you need. When he appears, you feel the connection. There is no doubt. And we've got a fox there. So it could be fox for some of you, but be open to spirit allies showing up for you at this time because they're acting as messengers, spiritual allies, guiding you, showing you the way, whatever you're thinking in those moments, feeling in those moments. Look up what the energy of those said animals bring in, the kind of symbolism, because there's going to be something in it for you. This is one way that spirit's going to be leading and guiding you right now. All right. I am going to cap this off with a final message here. This feels very positive. The spring is bringing in and ushering in a lot of beautiful new beginnings, energies, people and situations, up levelings of commitment, and you know that new opportunities or maybe even old opportunities that are resurfacing that you're going to be more ready for now than you felt you were before. But we have to be mindful of where we're letting our fears, anxieties, and worries go, right? Because it could definitely block this beautiful energy coming in. You've got magic coming on your side. These are difficult to shuffle. My apologies here, message 3. Okay. Peace. Calm your thoughts and move your awareness to a peaceful space inside your heart. Feel the ebb and flow of love, the eternal movement of the stars. Your life is forever unfolding to greater spheres of love. Relax and do not worry about anything, for all is well. You will soon enter a time of well-earned peace and tranquility. I love that for you guys. And I definitely feel that too. Really, really speaking to the worry that we need to let go of and the fear. Those anxious thoughts, they're bogging you down a little bit and probably keeping you in that cave energy, that shadowy energy for too long, where you're not showing up for yourself. You're not letting yourself shine. And it's time to find your way to this, because boy, oh boy, does it feel like you're being shipped in a lot of beautiful energy. As it says, you will soon enter a time of well-earned peace and tranquility. Love that for you guys. Tide turning in your favor massively. All right, I am going to leave that there. I hope you all have the most amazing, beautiful day and a fantastic spring equinox. Take care, guys. Hello, message 4. So you guys were attracted to the image of that butterfly. I like to talk a little bit about the symbolism of the image that you were attracted to. So this could be speaking to massive change and transformation that's going to be showing up for you this spring, or at the very least, the opportunity to have massive change and transformation. It's sort of like that tower moment in the tarot where everything shifts and changes. The old has crumbled and we're having a massive new start that leads to a transformation that is so different than anything that we've ever experienced. Almost like we can't even recognize our life anymore because it's so vastly different. It's that more impactful, powerful kind of energy that comes with butterfly. So it's definitely their opportunity, even if it doesn't necessarily feel like you're ready for it. The opportunity is very likely to show up for you this spring. We shall see what else comes out with that. Those are my lovely message 4s. Okay. Stillness. So this is what's leaving the winter energy, right? This is what we're leaving behind. No longer just being idle, being still, reflective, ruminating, sitting, maybe overthinking and contemplating. Okay. What's beginning to grow in your life? So submerge. The iceberg energy speaks to what's been hidden, what we couldn't see, didn't know, or didn't understand. This is going to shift and change, right? This is what's going to be growing. No longer feeling like something can't be seen, touched, felt, or understood. Like you're just not going to have that understanding and wisdom and knowledge that you need. This is shifting out. This is going to be leaving. And the clarity that you've been feeling like, a lot of you might have been feeling like, rather, that you've been lacking, that's changing. That's shifting out. There's an ability to see the truth there. I feel like it's very attached to that stillness. So we have to be willing to come out of um, the energy of that void in order to connect to what the truth of something is, or the clarity that we need. Hopefully I'm making some sense. Ooh, okay. So where new opportunities may appear, communion, heightened connection to spirit. Really understanding, that's that clarity, right? No longer feeling stuck or unclear, not being submerged. I see the truth. I have the understanding. My spiritual connection has gotten so strong. It's almost like it's really come online, like somebody plugged you in all of a sudden, and you're connecting, you're knowing, you're seeing. It's like a massive vibe shift. Yeah. So if you've been feeling like you've been in that kind of void energy, just being idle, nothing doing, nothing shaking, nothing happening, big transformation here with that, really feeling spiritually connected. I think a lot of you are going to have a lot of psychic senses be really up leveled as well. So prepare for that, because it can be destabilizing sometimes. But yeah, there's an opportunity coming for you this spring to really commune with spirit, with your soul, with your higher self. I'm very attracted to that eagle too. And I know this is the eagle card, but quite literally, I think eagles might appear for you guys. Again, this doesn't have to be in person. It could be, but I also just think in artwork and online and all kinds of places, eagles acting as a guide for you somehow. Yeah. This card, wow. Ancestors and Generations has come out like crazy for the spring equinox. So it speaks to a lot of different things, this card. It is coming out in the position of what you should nurture right now. Now we've got that snake there, which is all about healing and shedding, transforming, right? Moving out of cycles where we were probably operating from a system that was inherited. It was in our DNA. It was passed down through our bloodlines, not necessarily the best kinds of things. It could be patterns of fear or lack, or where relationships are just really hard. Whatever these harder, more negative patterns are that you can see within the bloodlines, I think you're going to be cracking this open. This changes and transforms for you, and you're like slithering into a new life where you're not holding that pattern anymore. Karmic cycle broken, right? Because this is what we need to be nurturing, clearing this, healing this, shedding our skin so that we can emerge renewed, right? So that's a massive opportunity coming for you. I really think you guys are getting a major up leveling in your psychic connection, in your spiritual connection, delivering wisdom and truth and understanding. It's going to be so heightened. For some reason, my ear chakras are going crazy right now. I think if you've been feeling like you're not hearing spirit, that's going to shift and change. I keep thinking of ear chakras, and my one's going a little bit nuts right now. My right ear. So I think you might start receiving wisdom messaging by way of sound, either within your mind and hearing a message, or through music or outside sources and people. Is going to be one way that this is getting activated. Yeah, massive spiritual connection coming in for you. Yep. And then on the bottom, movement, things start to move. Massive movement and change, no longer in stillness, right? Movement. We're moving from this energy into movement, clarity, truth, massive spiritual connection, and breaking free from karmic cycles. I always say with this card too, I think there's two things that come through with this. It could be too that you start to feel a connection to past on loved ones and ancestors that have wisdom for you. You'll be open to receive it, and also activated. There could be positive things, because there would be for all of us. We hold dark and light energies from our ancestors. So while I do really feel that a lot of you are breaking free from certain karma in your DNA, I think there's going to be an activation of more positive aspects carried through the ancestors for you guys. I think some of you are going to have communion with passed on loved ones as well. Very spiritual, this message. Very, very spiritual. You're very likely an empathic, intuitive person, and all this is getting massively up leveled. It's sort of like, get ready for it. Because I always say these kinds of energies can be really destabilizing if they're not ready for it. It can make us feel a little bit crazy. Not so, though. Definitely not so. This is the energy of this is happening for you, not to you. Yeah, massive ability to see clearly, see truth, disconnect from energies that just don't serve you in any kind of way anymore. But at the same time, I really do get that strong sense to bring in the ones that will, to activate something within your DNA, that up-leveling, holding more light in your body too. Be of service. Oof. I think some of you are going to be called up to be in more of a spiritual role for others. Whether this is through the way that you communicate your spiritual wisdom, maybe it's through tarot or psychic readings, or just somebody who holds so much spiritual energy that they look to you as somewhat of a sage. Not to say that you will be a sage, but it's like that kind of energy. Be of service. You're going to be holding a lot of light and wisdom that others will benefit from. And this is your message from your spirit team. Don't relinquish your power. So you've probably drawn back, in this stillness and this more quiet, reflective time. And kind of have put a little bit of a damper on the power that you hold, almost like pouring water on fire, right? You have a lot more power than you realize. I think there's massive opportunity coming your way to unlock said power and really show up. And it will be a big shift and a huge regeneration of your light body. It's like light body activation, but we can't give it away. We can't relinquish it. We can't second guess it or begin to distrust it. And I think that that's happened for some of you. It's time to move with this energy and connect to what's been submerged and commune with spirit. You will receive message for, you will receive the answers that you need. You will receive that activation, and it's massively transformative for you guys. It's that cocoon. It's that butterfly emerging from the cocoon. I feel like that's the big ask here for you this spring. I think there's going to be a little bit of fear there, stepping out in this way, but you're entirely capable of doing this. I feel here a message for. I think this can be true for some of you that are healers as well. I'm thinking of Reiki. I don't know, that this is general, so that's not going to be true for all of you, but I definitely feel that. And if there's been struggles as of late, or you've had a lot of struggles in this area in your spiritual life, I feel like this is going to be coming to an end. But at the end of the day, those struggles aren't there to frustrate us, hurt us, or make us feel like we have to retreat backwards and stop being that spiritual light for others. It's just like we take the lessons and we leave the rest. We learn from those struggles. I feel like that's part of the message here, is to look at those things as things that were meant to fortify you and strengthen you, not make you feel less than, not relinquish your power. The elements, there's a lot of overlap in these cards. The elements of fire, air, earth, and water combine to create powerful protective boundaries: spiritual, mental, physical, and emotional. Wow. And this reading, definitely this would be a good idea for you guys to utilize all four elements, because you're holding power in all of them. Some of them are definitely off right now, and we're being asked to kind of end off that cycle, let these things go and move forward. But you've got the power of the elements on your side and the ability to utilize them in a very spiritual way. Yeah. And as it says here, create powerful protective boundaries. So if you've opened things before where that felt more negative or scary doing some spiritual work, making sure that you add ritual and routine to your practice to help you feel more protected and safe would be a really good idea, using the four elements. But for others, I think utilizing elements in general will help you to feel like you can feel safe and confident in being of service, and you don't relinquish your power away because you have these things in place and you are utilizing the elements to your best ability. I get witchy energy here for some of you too. Witches, wizards, people who hold that kind of magic and power. I think you do. All the more reason to utilize the elements to your benefit. Also, you know, that healing energy I was feeling, I find that people who can be healers, Reiki or otherwise, right? It could be in a more practical way too, tend to be able to work with the elements more than they realize. Okay. Call upon Shamul for relationship help and healing, for she is the angel who teaches us about pure, unconditional love and forgiveness. She connects with you through the number 777, auras of pink light, pink flowers, hearts, and rose quartz. So lots you can use there, and the number 77. Going to be speaking to you really loud. I think, you know, I was very attracted to this green, and I should have said that, don't relinquish your power. Normally you would think solar plexus, right? But not for you guys. Your power comes from your heart space. I think that's a part of this message here. Something in your heart, there's a bit of a block, some fear, some worry, where we're not forgiving ourselves or others for something. And that definitely creates a bit of a block where we're not in our full power, right? Because we have this little bit of healing to do there, right? That's stopping us from fully showing up in situations and in love and in all kinds of things. But I mean, for you guys, I think this is normally your power chakra. So making sure this is cleansed and clear, that you are releasing old energies from the past, whether it's forgiveness for yourself or others, it will free you up and have you feeling more empowered, like you really are standing in your power. Let's go put that there. Yeah. Pure unconditional love. I think that you can embody that, you know, that message 4. I think you can give that off to others too in a way that's very healing for them. I keep going back to healing energy. I think some of you are healers in so many different ways, whether through word or deed or hands or just your energy. Definitely feel that for you guys. You guys are definitely being given the opportunity to break free from that cocoon, heal, and move into a way new, more empowered, spiritual way of being, where you're up-leveled spiritually and psychically in so many ways, it feels like. Manifestation. Believe in yourself, trust your instincts, and follow your heart. For in doing so, you shall manifest all your heart's desires. There's that heart energy. Your life you have for so long aspired to create will soon manifest. Massive transformation. You have to have a clear heart because this is your power chakra. You are that love. You are an energy of healing, for others in so many ways, just by way of your energy, what you do, how you show up, your psychic senses. You are manifesting at this time a massive new beginning. You're going to be asked to step up in the role of being of service in some way to others, believing and trusting that you're capable of it. Absolutely an energy that needs to be looked at. Where are we holding a little bit of baggage in our heart and some blocks? Start there, and then the rest starts to unfold from there. It just starts like that, a tumbleweed, right? It starts picking up more and more and more. You're in massive manifesting power this spring. Yeah, trust your instincts and follow your heart. For so in doing so, you shall manifest all your heart's desires. Believe in yourself. Yes. There's not too much I need to bang on about that. I think that's pretty clear. Yes, spring bringing you in massive manifesting opportunities and huge transformation personally, but I also think it's going to connect to others, because I think prosperity too coming in as a result of you saying yes to this energy and going with it. Communion. Take time to commune with spirit and passed on loved ones. I think they're going to have a lot to say at this time as well. All right, I'm going to leave that there. I hope you all have a beautiful day and a fantastic spring equinox. Take care, guys.